Hello neighbors, it's Brad here from eTrailer, and today we are in Oklahoma City at the National Association of Trailer Manufacturers Trailer Expo 2025, where we have quite a few of our vendors that we're going to take a look at some of their products and some of their offerings and get a nice close look at them. I'm here with Brian Brophy from CR Brophy.
Yes, CR Brophy Machine Works.
Now, looking at hitch adapters, sometimes you're limited whether your hitch sits a little bit far recessed and you can't get accessories, or I had a car with 1.25 inches. That's all that was available. But if you have accessories that are a 2-inch or whatever, you run into, how do I make this work? And you have solutions for that.
Yes. So if you have 1.25 inches and you're trying to put a 2-inch bicycle rack on the back of a car that has 1.25 inches, there's adapters that go from 1.25 inches up to 2-inch, and that's one direction you can go. You can also go from a 2-inch, in case you had 1.25 inch bicycle rack and a 2-inch, you can go from a 2-inch down to 1.25 inches. So that's on the smaller side. They also make hitches now that go up to 3 inches in size, and this one reduces it down from 3 inches down to 2 inches. And then you can also go from 2.5 inches down to 2 inches. They make them with or without. This is just so you can pull it out. It makes it easier. This is that. And then there are 1.25 and 2-inch, which I don't have here, extenders. Ooh, am I going off on a different?
No, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, and this, so if you did have a bicycle rack that you were trying to put in and you needed to extend it out a little ways, there's a shorter one, a longer one, and they do the same thing on a 2-inch hitch and a 2.5-inch hitch. So that way you can get your accessories extended out, maybe a cargo carrier or the likes.
Yeah, and that's where we've found a lot of times people will use those if they have a spare tire on the back of some vehicles. You don't see them as much, and generally those have 2 inches, but there are 1.25 inch options, and to get those accessories to be able to fold or even use, that's a great way to do that.
Yeah.
So with that being said, you still need to keep the pin size. So if it's going to a 2-inch, you're going to have the 5/8, and then you'll have the 1/2 inch.
Yes, you're correct. Yes, good point there. Yeah, it is. There's a difference between the 1.25 inch. So when you go from the 1.25 inch, the 1.25 inch size is a 1/2 inch, and the 2-inch size is a 5/8 inch. So there's 2 different hitch pins being used in that.
Well, and the reducers too, like you mentioned, the 2.5 inch and 3 inch. If you have a truck that you bought that's got the big heavy duty one and you have accessories that you had from a previous truck,
right,
you don't have to go out and buy all those accessories.
No, you can buy the adapter. Yeah, that's exactly right. And otherwise, you're rebuying all the time. Every time you buy a truck, they seem to have changed the sizes. They went from 2-inch to 2.5, and then eventually they went to 3-inch. So it makes it complicated, I guess. Yeah, it's one of those things. So
now something I'm going to ask is, will this affect tongue weight at all?
Yes, if you extend it out, you're going to lose 1/3 of your tongue weight.
Okay.
So the longer extension, the shorter one doesn't have much effect on it, but when you go out 10 inches, you're going to reduce. So if you have a 3,500 pound tongue weight, you're going to lose 1,000, 1,200 pounds of your tongue weight. So it does. It's all right on accessories. We don't ever recommend, especially on the 1.25 inch hitches, to extend it out and tow anything of substance. But for accessories, usually your tongue weight, like for a bicycle carrier, is well under the capacity. But if you were getting into cargo carriers, that could be an issue. So.
Yeah, and that's what I've seen people with extenders and a ball mount, and that's the kind of stuff I see on the road, and I go, oh no. But if that's the case, get something with a longer shank and you can accomplish it.
Correct.
Huge thanks to Brian from CR Brophy for taking the time to show us all of your products. They're all fantastic options that you can get at etrailer.com. So take a look at those and see what might fit your needs. Thank you, Brian.
Yeah, thank you. And I appreciate your guys' help at marketing our products. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yep.